All right, hey everybody. Welcome to Nosy Neighbors. Thanks for joining us today for another Tour with Us Tuesdays. And we have
Chad Murdock.
And making her debut on Nosy Neighbors is
Lesa Murdock.
Lesa Murdock. You met Jeremy Manwaring's wife Kelly last week.
Yep.
Gonna meet Lesa this week. You've met Tommy every week. So this is a family business.
It is a family
Thanks
business.
for joining us today, and make sure to like and follow our page if you love all things local in Southeast Idaho, and if you love real estate, like we love real estate.
We love it.
Head over to the Murdock Manwaring Company page and like and follow there, and keep up because the market is hot. And if we can help you sell your home or buy a home, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are in Rigby.
We're in Rigby.
Parade of Homes, number 2. HighPointe Companies.
Tour with Us Tuesday Parade of Homes version.
Yep.
Series. I don't know.
Beautiful location in a cul-de-sac.
Beautiful.
Now I just forgot the subdivision. Did you say it?
No.
I do. I know it. It's number 2.
Yeah, he said number 2.
Terrace Hills.
Terrace Hills.
We
Terrace
have a
Hills
helper in the back.
subdivision. Yep.
Terrace Hills,
Subdivision.
amazing, kind of near, kind of in between Rigby and the County Line Road.
Yeah, just
beautiful
north
homes.
of County Line Road a little bit.
And this is Parade House number 2 by the HighPointe Companies, and I loved this one.
Yeah.
I
haven't been
haven't
through it
seen
yet.
it.
Yeah.
I know.
We're walking
I'm
through
so
it for the
excited.
first time.
It's going to be so great. So we're excited to show it to you today, and we loved. We're going to talk to Brad, the builder, Brad Wells. And he just mentioned this is a home we hope you can see your family in, but there's some pretty really cool stuff in it.
Well, very practical.
Yeah.
I mean, is what we're going to see. I mean, it's just as you walk in, we have the circular driveway.
Yep.
We have a porch. We
Yep.
have a lot of different touches with the wood. And,
Yeah, it's
and,
gorgeous.
High garage doors there, which
Yep.
is nice.
All right, let's get in
So-
here and see this.
Yeah, let's go meet Brad.
Are you gonna knock? Is it?
Hey, Brad.
Hey, welcome to our home.
Welcome to our home, Brad,
Thank you.
the builder, designer,
Yes.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Well,
Been doing
that's-
this for 20 plus years.
I have.
yeah.
I actually went to school for this.
Okay.
Hey.
Decided it was something I wanted to do. So
All right. Well, we're
You're
excited
committed
to see
then.
it.
I
You
am.
started and you finished out.
that's right. Well, where do you want to
awesome.
start?
Where should we start?
Well, what questions do you have as you
How
stand
long did
here
it take to build?
This one took about 10 months.
Okay.
A little bit longer than it used to take, but that's just part of the economy we're
That's
in right
still
now.
pretty fast compared
Yeah.
to what I'm hearing. It seems
We-
like a lot of people are about a year right now.
We dug a
so-
hole in right around Thanksgiving
Okay.
and poured the concrete in December.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
Ben, that's pretty good. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is every door now going to be a giant door from now on?
no, the reason we did this door,
That's awesome.
this is an 8-foot tall door, and the reason we did is because we did 10 foot, you'll see when you come in, if you want to come in,
Yeah.
we got 10-foot flat ceilings,
Uh-huh.
and we lined up all the door and window heights on all the exteriors, so we decided to use an 8-foot exterior doors.
Because
So
I
all
love
of
the
our-
tall door.
All of our
Yeah.
exterior doors are
Yeah.
8 feet,
Uh-huh.
which
And this is almost every home. Now the
a lot of people want side lights
Side lights.
to allow some natural light and
Fantastic.
the peeking neighbor to
Oh,
see
yeah.
what's going on in the
Oh, yeah.
in the
That's
family.
See if
you mean the
everything's
nosy
okay.
neighbor?
The nosy neighbor.
Yeah.
The nosy neighbor.
That happens.
That might be some people with curly hair poking their heads in each
We're
side.
gonna get a shot of us going like this
That's-
in the side like
there you
this. So we have to start at the beginning because
Okay.
this is awesome.
All right. So most homes have an entry closet.
Right?
And what ends up being in your entry closet?
Junk.
Just a little bit of everything, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And you can't find anything. So we've remedied that situation by making an entry
Wow.
closet
Nice.
that is actually only
Functional.
it's only 12 inches deep. It's got hooks lined, 2 rows of hooks. It's not deep enough that you can cram everything in and get it lost,
Right. It's
but
really
it's
for
deep enough and
coats
very
things.
function for coats, backpacks.
So much
Yeah,
easier
so-
to get your coat than the hangers
Yeah,
and the
that's
kids
right.
and so they
Yes.
just
No.
throw.
Oh,
Kids will
yes.
never put coats on hangers anyway.
You can just
Amazing.
close the door.
So you close the
and
door,
have it. I love
and that's
it.
Great.
So
Awesome.
Because how many homes do we go to that have the racks like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rod.
Screw
And,
the rods in there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So we're already starting off on a good foot.
oh, that's
Yeah.
And that's your idea?
It is.
That's
Myself and the lady that actually helps design. We've designed that in a bunch of homes
Yeah.
that
Uh,
we've done together.
Number 2, love the color of the walls.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a Sherwin-Williams color. It is called, do you remember I told you the other day?
Modern grade.
Hey, you didn't forget. That's right.
She looks dumb, but she remembers a few things when she's really interested. But I love it because it looks great. It looks brown. It looks.
Yeah,
It looks.
it's
it
a really
could go
good.
with anything.
It's a really good
Great
grayish.
neutral.
Yeah. So lovely.
Pretty.
Like I look at the floors and I love it.
Contrast.
Yeah, I love
The
it.
contrast is
It's
beautiful.
awesome.
So as I was saying, we did 10-foot flat ceilings on the main level and 9-foot flat ceilings in the basement.
Amazing.
And part of the reason we did 10 feet ceilings here is because we wanted to just accent some of the beam work that we did in the kitchen
It's
and
beautiful.
the dining area, and still be able to have the full height in the cabinets that go up to a full 9 feet and then not be interfered with the tops of the beams.
So wait,
It makes
before we
such a
move into the
difference, too, to be
kitchen,
able to see the cabinets like that.
is this? I noticed. Is this where the TV is going to go?
No, the actual TV
I say it must be hidden behind.
is hidden behind this,
Uh-huh.
so it's set up so it can be hung right
beautiful.
there.
Love that.
But the interior designer for the show, she's like, I don't want a big old TV sitting there. So
Yeah.
we put
Except
this-
for now, you can get the ones that have the picture, the
That's right, they're
artwork,
all
which I
picture.
really love that concept.
And then in this closet, just right here off of the hallway, we actually created this as a media closet.
Oh, yeah.
Larger shelf here, they're gonna have their printer, just all of their, their like Roku box, their DVD player, everything like that. And then they've got shelves here for DVDs or
Because
Blu-ray
that
discs.
is
And then we have a conduit and wiring that runs from there up
all the way.
behind there.
Nice.
So you just, and because most of those TVs now, the smart TVs,
Yeah.
just have a little single cable that goes to them.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
So
Because I hate wires.
Oh, yeah.
We hate them.
Yeah.
you mean you don't like to have like a little box just right
Oh,
there?
my word,
I
down
hate
from
'em
the
so
side of the
much.
TV?
Yep.
Well, when
Yeah.
it's an afterthought. I mean,
That's right.
you've already gotten the
Yeah.
work done for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
homeowner. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
To make it, to be able to have just, again, more space because everything
Yeah.
gets taken up
Yep.
with the walls of what you're going to put up. So awesome. Love it.
So a couple other things we did color-wise, we tried to incorporate something else that's really popular right now is white oak. It seems like everybody loves white oak.
Yes.
So you can see the mantle,
Yeah.
just a simple mantle, but it's white oak. The handrail and the newel posts are also white oak. And then the header that we've got for this barn door track, we
Yeah.
also did that in white oak just to bring a few of those elements in
Yeah.
Yeah.
with everything
Because
else
white
that
oak
we
looks
had.
great with gray, but it's a
It does.
brown, it's warm, looks great with blue.
It does.
Yeah. Looks great with copper or bronze. Yeah. Awesome.
Just adds texture.
Yeah.
It just adds to the.
Yeah.
It just looks really
Yeah,
nice.
I didn't love when they went to the stark white of everywhere. I like that there's a little
Yep.
bit of wood coming back in.
Another thing that we planned at the end of this kitchen here, a small little just broom
Okay.
closet.
Oh, yes.
So it's only 9 inches deep, but broom and mop closet.
Close.
Behind
it's
closed
right there.
doors again.
Behind-
you can
once
just
again,
put it
behind
in
closed
and
doors.
walk away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
and
know
then-
there's going to be out in the garage somewhere, or
course.
yeah.
And then that actually left us a good trim and into the panel of the kitchen
Awesome.
here
Great
to separate
use of space.
that.
Now this you got double ovens because I believe that's a must.
It is. So this is a microwave and convection combination oven, and this is a convection / conventional combination oven. They are Wi-Fi appliances, which I haven't
Nice.
figured out. I personally haven't figured out why, but everybody,
Oh, I know why.
why is that?
Because when you're driving home and you have your pizza from Papa Murphy's, you
Preheat
want to
the
turn
oven,
the oven
turn it on.
so
It's
when you
already
get there,
preheated.
it is.
Gotcha.
Or
Every
put
day of my
something
life.
in, put the pizza in the oven when you
Yes.
leave for an hour, and then start it
Start
up
it
and
when you
cook
come
it,
back.
and then it's done when you get
Fresh
there.
when you get
Okay.
home.
That's right. Or you think you're going to be on home on time and you're not.
And the dishwasher is
Yeah.
also
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Now I
So
don't
is
know
that-
the Wi-Fi on a dishwasher.
Same thing. You
Really?
don't want to. You want to just
But
start
you
it
have
up.
to load it.
Hey, did we forget to turn on the dishwasher?
You can check and see.
Turn it on.
Especially when you're leaving town, I think that's a wonderful
there you go.
resource because
That's
how many
true.
times you heard it overflowed, it flooded.
Yeah,
There
make
you
sure
go.
an hour
Yeah.
later it's turned off,
There
Yes.
we go.
and
Yeah.
All
it's
right.
not flooding
I'll
your
take
house
it.
for a
That's true.
weekend.
Dishwashers are one of those that
Yeah.
seem to have flooding issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many square
love it.
feet are
So
we?
this home is 2,000 square feet on each level,
Okay.
Great size.
and
Great for a big family, but
yeah,
also
it's
not so
also-
big that you're.
We're 3-bedroom, 2.5
Yeah.
bath upstairs, and we are 3-bedroom, 1. I don't know. It's dual vanity. It's a big bath downstairs.
Yeah.
You'll see
Awesome.
downstairs, and so we designed and built this home for this family. They only have 3 small children right now, but they're planning on living here long enough to grow into this, and so the basement we finished, and it's a perfect like teenager basement.
Yeah,
Like
it's
my kids,
So sweet.
Party.
my kids love it. And there we have an exterior entrance also. So
It's cool.
yeah.
It's really cool.
But once again, it's sensible. It's not one of those that's so over the top that you're like, oh, I would never be able to do that.
So I want to bring up the fact that there's sparkles in this countertop because I do love that.
Did you choose the sparkles?
I
Because they are
love
awesome.
the sparkles.
What do we have here?
This is quartz. The color is argento.
Oh.
And
Movie fact. Anyone know where Argento is in a movie?
I don't know.
It was one of the names of the horses of the gladiator on his breastplate.
Whoa.
Again, that's why I can't remember people's names. There's too much random, useless information.
Okay.
But yeah, I love this. I love the higher.
I love the higher and the lower.
So
Yeah, it's
this
versatile.
this you can see this higher is basically to separate the space naturally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also to hide the dishes if you have
Because
dishes,
it's
if
when you
someone's-
come in,
when
that's the
you don't
worst.
see.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's why we brought the higher countertop
Yeah.
to this point. But then we have the lower countertop that's like an eating bar on the dining room side.
But so many times you eat. Well, maybe it's just us.
Oh yeah, when
standing
you're standing up.
I was
yeah,
gonna
so
say.
this,
Right? There's
Oh, yeah.
they're standing and
Yeah.
eating. I love that height
Yeah.
of this. Yeah, I love it. And I love the blue, the Confederate. Is it Confederate blue? That's what it makes
it's
me think of.
actually another Sherwin-Williams color. It's called Sea Serpent.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that better.
Yeah.
That's
Beautiful
very saucy.
tone.
Ooh, and by the way, I love this rounded.
You like the top? So one of the reasons,
I love that.
the whys behind that, if you look at the cabinets, the door faces. I'm going to show you right over here. So we actually have, you have the stiles and rails. Well, when you get to the top drawer, it's only 4.5 inches tall. If you continue that look here and here and here, you'd only have about a half an inch of panel. And so my cabinet guy likes to do this. It gives it a little feminine, curve to it, and it just
Another
kind of.
HighPointe touch.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's and it just
so
is nice
it
to have a little,
just a little different,
little
but it
different.
goes with it.
but beautifully, perfectly matte. I mean,
Exactly.
perfectly coordinated, but beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Beautiful.
let's open these.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
so we've got the
Both
spice racks.
sides, yeah.
Spice racks on
Double
both
spice.
sides. Mm-hmm.
The bane of my existence is spices, where to put them.
Just to keep them organized.
So are these? Then the ovens are here. So,
Yeah, so this is just a cooktop, a 5-burner cooktop, and then these are deep drawers, functional drawers for pots, pans, all that kind of stuff.
awesome.
That's another thing that we did. Instead of doing doors, you can see on both sides too, we did drawers because by the time you open 2 doors and then have a pull-out drawer,
Yeah,
it's just as easy to do a pull-out drawer.
that's
I
awesome.
love that idea.
Then one other cool thing here we did
Yes.
is you're always got to find a good place. Where do the paper towels go?
That's right. Where are all the paper towels? And they're always somewhere, and
Somewhere,
they're
you got a
coming
paper towel
They
off.
holder.
fall over and they get all wet by the
So
sink.
yeah, so we got the paper towel holder right here. Pulls out,
Hey.
I've
Change it
never
really
seen
easily.
that before.
Amazing.
and then you've got space for either additional paper towels, or you can put your garbage bags here because the garbage is right underneath this. Or as my wife likes to say, that's the secret chocolate drawer.
That's right. Because no kid's gonna pull that
Yeah.
out to
Right.
change the paper towel.
Exactly. And then
That's
the trash
secret.
right below.
On the double trash
double
can.
trash.
Double
That
trash
is a
can.
true secret
Yes,
drawer.
It
The
is.
kids will
Because you know
never.
kids are
Brilliant.
never pulling that out. Maybe not even a husband.
Another HighPointe touch.
Yeah, that's right. Think
right.
of everything. Oh, I love that. And I love these that you have lots of
Lots of
outlets,
outlets.
The outlets,
right there. Yeah. Yes.
You can
So
never have too many.
What kind of sink is this?
So it's made by Blanco, and it's
Because
I
it's
can't remember.
not.
It's called like their Greystone or something like
Is
that.
it a stone
No,
or is it
it's a composite. It's made to look. You can get them in all different colors.
Yeah.
Well,
love
since
that.
your appliances are Bosch, I'm going to assume that Blanco is a very high quality brand of
Yes,
sink as
it
well.
is. It is.
Yeah.
And we have all Moen fixtures. Something else we did in the dining room.
Thanks for bringing that up. Wait, before you do,
Okay.
because I want to in the pantry.
Oh,
We
okay.
just won't forget.
Don't forget, because I have questions about that.
Okay.
But I love the Costco door.
Grocery door, Costco door, Brolam's door, Sam's Club
Whoever
door.
sponsors you.
That's
Whoever
right.
is sponsoring this video, brought to you by.
Brought to you by
Costco.
Brolam's.
That's right.
Yeah.
Since we're in Rigby.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's
It's a
right.
Brolam's door.
A Brolam
But
store.
this butler's pantry, I love to do adjustable shelves if the budget will allow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just because if you're dealing with a family that has a pantry, if you're all fixed shelves, they're not.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
adjust them to
gonna
what you
fit
need.
what and-
But you can adjust all these shelves. You can add shelves. You know, if you have canned goods, if you have box goods.
So smart.
It's
Yep.
tall enough off the bottom that you can put, you know, your buckets of wheat or flour or sugar or whatever.
And you can keep your
Exactly.
mixer in there.
Yeah, and so she wanted
Not
to
out
have
on the counter.
Right.
she wanted to have a place to keep her toaster or her crock pot
Any small
or
appliances,
some
they fit
appliance
perfect
that she's
right
going to
there.
use right there that's not going to be out on the countertop here. So you can leave
Yeah.
it here. And
And I
So
love the door where
Then we
it
have
just
the-
hides it right
yeah,
behind there
so
again.
we can do the hidden door.
Hidden door.
Beautiful. Yeah, don't even know it's there. And I love that you went all the way to the ceiling because
Yes.
there's just tons of.
Yeah.
I mean, I can even think of when I am there, like it's tall enough you could hang your pots in there instead of out here.
Yep.
You could, definitely.
I learned that that's a reason people hang pots because you don't want your cast iron clashing together and sitting on top of each other. Didn't know that. Once again, a useless fact. Yeah.
Okay, back
All
to
right,
our
let's
dining
go back
area.
over. And by the way, I love the corkboard.
like the
the
corkboard?
little office.
So a little, just a little office desk, you know, right off the.
I think this is, we're on a big webinar today, and they're
Yeah.
talking about how space, there will be a different need for space in our new world, right? And that kids will be doing homework and things, and they're there. And so I think these kind of things, I think we're going to see coming back as
Yeah,
an
because they
necessity.
did. They went away because like, oh, we don't open
We
our
don't
mail
use
and
it.
we don't do
Right.
our bills.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well,
Yeah.
we need a place for our laptop
Yeah.
and we get kicked off
The last
there.
few homes
Yeah.
I've done a little like desk organizer room
Yeah.
and just like a little niche. Just
Well, and now
for
in the
that kind of
dangers,
thing.
you want your family computer maybe in a little more central place,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, tell us about this.
Okay, so
Because this I thought was brilliant.
So dining rooms, I don't know how many times we've centered the light fixture over the middle of the windows, and the people move in and they say, "Oh, my table's not centered underneath
Yeah.
the light," and so we end up having to
Yes.
move it.
Yes.
I've even had people a couple years later, "Hey, I need to get the electrician back because we got a new table and it doesn't fit," and
And then they move it and then they hit
again,
their head
and
on
we
it.
gotta- yeah, and then we
Yeah.
got
Or
Yeah.
if
In
you
the
don't want to
middle.
use that for a table, there's that thing smashing into your face.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what
Us
we did
big
on this
girls.
one
Just saying.
is we put the design was to put the lights in the corners.
I love it.
That way it doesn't obstruct the view looking outside, and it also you don't have to worry about if it lines up with the table or not.
Awesome.
And you don't hit your head if you move the table or something.
I don't think I've ever seen this. Have you ever seen it in a
No.
dining room? with
No,
lights?
and I think it's
That's
brilliant.
smart.
It just makes so
Brilliant.
much sense.
Yep. Yep, it's so smart. And I love it. So these are east facing. So this is a bright
In
morning,
the morning, yeah, it's really
cheery, awesome place.
lots of natural light.
Yeah. I love
Another
it.
HighPointe touch.
HighPoint, he's hashtagging.
Yeah.
That's right,
adding
HighPoint
in.
touch. Well,
have to have
I got to
that
show you
little
one other HighPoint touch. It's on the back
Okay.
porch here.
Giant
So-
doors with windows, which I love.
Once again, yeah, we got the giant door outside.
With
But-
the inside blind, I do love
Interior
that.
blinds.
Interior.
So one of the things that anytime you get a big porch that has lots of soffit,
What's a
with-
soffit?
so the soffit is the ceiling underneath the porch.
Gotcha.
Okay, underneath the eaves. So anytime you get a big area, especially since we live in eastern Idaho, where the wind never blows, right?
Never.
So
It's a rarity.
when you have, typically you do metal. You see a lot of homes you
Yes.
just have just the
Yep.
metal on there.
Yes.
Well, anytime you get a big porch, the wind blows and there's like a vibration and a rattle and it drives me crazy. So, for very similar in cost, this is just tongue and groove knotty pine that we
Wow.
have a.
I would not have thought it would have been the
Custom.
same cost basically.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
There's a custom stain that we shall not name because it's
stain should-
trademarked.
Yeah.
The stain we shall not name.
That's right. That we use. It's actually a color that seems to go with everything we do.
Yeah. Well, it
So-
looks very beautiful with the.
And so it
white
just ties in, and it just makes it so that when the wind's blowing, it dresses up the space a little bit.
It
You also-
does.
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed it.
You
It
also
caught my
noticed it was
eye.
in
Yes,
the front. Yeah, I
in
did it in the front
Yeah.
porch
Yeah,
too.
very upscale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks nice
And it
touch.
really isn't. It really isn't that much more money.
Yeah. You shouldn't tell people that. You'd be like, this is something we do for our clients.
Yeah.
No additional cost. I thought you were
So-
going to come out and say there's something about you're going to tell us how you keep hornets' nests out from under your because that's my.
Well, the way you
hate
do that is
hornets.
you just hire somebody to spray them.
That's right. That's a good
Right?
point.
So
And
the
I love this little
camera's
path.
not going to be able to get the perfection of this night on this porch.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do it in the
Just-
front.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, even just, I mean, it's
This
so
is- yeah.
calm and
Yeah.
you're
It's
Yeah.
just kind of protected and
This
closed.
is why
it's a
people live in Idaho.
west-facing home,
That's
and
right.
I mean, this is the
Yeah.
backyard.
Especially when the backyard's all landscaped after the
Yes.
parade's over, we're gonna take
Yeah.
care of that. And
It's beautiful.
this is,
and is this Trex decking?
This
'Cause
is Trex.
Nice. Which I love. Love it. All right, let's keep going because there's still. I mean, we're only in the first room. We
Yeah.
got to pick this
That's right.
pace
We got
up.
it. All right. We'll go a little faster.
We haven't even hit the laundry room, which I love the floor. I love that this has become a thing.
Yeah.
It's
coming
so
back.
amazing.
So retro 1950s.
It was it the 1950s?
Well, even
I don't
earlier.
know. I mean,
If
The
you go
linoleum?
downtown in Idaho Falls, they have that type of design on the
Yes.
stamped
On the
metal
stamp.
ceilings.
Yeah, yeah. Back when they had the
Yeah.
tin stamp
Yep,
ceilings.
tin stamps.
So I really love also that this is a mudroom, but it has a separate laundry room and its own little sink.
Plus the bathroom.
Yes,
like it's
plus a half
all
bath.
catch all.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Then, while we're here, we might as well just show
That's
this.
right.
Whoops.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm good.
Okay.
Brad, don't push the cameraman. Last night we had the hose turned on us, so
Oh, really?
there was
Nice.
sprinklers came on.
So this is the mud room, technically,
Yeah.
little space.
Yeah,
But
not what I was expecting.
so you walk into the garage. So this is part of the garage.
Oh, you're
I
kidding.
love it.
A space here for a freezer
Yes.
or an extra fridge that everybody needs nowadays.
Wow.
And then just a little breezeway into the garage.
Great
Once
use of
again,
space.
I
great use of the
love
hooks.
it.
Couple steps down, and then here's
And with the windows, so it's awesome.
And
yeah,
here's that-
And here's that.
Here's the door.
Here's
Grocery
the
door.
sponsored by Brolam's door.
Yes.
That's right.
Brolam's, I'm
That's so
expecting
good.
some endorsement money for that. Oh yeah, that is awesome. And I love the pull-through door.
Yeah, so we've got the toy door or the
Yeah.
lawnmower door.
Yeah.
And then another thing we did, because a lot of people want to have, security of if the power goes out.
Oh, okay,
Everybody
yeah.
wants a backup
Yeah,
generator, but a lot of
yeah.
people don't want to pay for a backup
Right,
generator.
right.
So this is an option that we do if they want. That's much less expensive, and it's basically a manual backup generator setup. So what it is there's 10 circuits that you can designate that you want in this home. Like we did the well, we did the freezer, we did the fridge, the furnace, all those that could keep the house running.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a plug right here. If you have your own generator, you just plug it in, stick the generator in the
to
backyard,
go.
start it up.
Are
Just
you
flip a
kidding?
switch here to generator mode instead of to Rocky Mountain mode,
Oh,
power
my
mode.
word.
and then
what
it'll run.
a great idea.
Some of the systems I've seen people put together are so complicated.
Yeah,
I mean,
and this
but-
is just very simple and
Yeah.
probably a tenth of the cost of a whole home generator system.
Wow.
I love it.
that is
Brad?
great.
Even
HighPointe,
just to
what did you say?
have
It's a
your-
HighPointe touch.
HighPointe Touch.
My word. Amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, this is an awesome garage. Love it.
And it's, we had a few people that say, well, this is only a 2-car garage. Well, actually, those are both 10-foot by 9-foot doors.
Huge.
Okay. And the garage is 36 feet deep.
Yeah,
So
this is-
I had, during the parade last weekend, I had my wife pull her minivan in, and literally you could put two
Two
minivans.
minivans. Yeah. That's a good idea.
well, yeah, because this is like 3 cars garage
yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Well,
space-wise.
and
so.
3 bays, so
And 3 bays.
3
awesome.
doors. Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. HighPointe Touch.
Yeah.
You're going to have to add a hashtag to all
There you
your
go.
posts now. Hashtag
that's-
HighPointe Touch.
That's right.
I love that.
Yeah, I was not expecting. That is really cool.
That
to
is
walk
really
out
cool.
To a garage.
Can't walk into a garage too often and say how cool it is.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Okay,
Yeah, I love
so we'll come down here. So,
I'm so excited. Back here, it's got
all
some
right,
cool stuff.
we'll just come
Okay.
quickly. So there's just the hall bath.
I love this floor. I mean, I don't know if it's, because I've seen one before.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It
is
just
about
really popped.
this.
Yeah, I don't know what, like when they grouted it,
is
I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
so beautiful. And I just want
Well,
to lay
the
on
colors
it.
of the cabinets and everything.
That
just,
maybe
yeah,
it's that with this.
it draws that
Yeah.
out.
Goes
And I think
together.
all the
Yeah, I
colors
love
just
it.
really went well together.
Well, because I'm just sick of gray. So
Yeah.
I love to see something coming up, and that stony and that brown is.
That is great.
I do love it. Do love it.
It's even better when the builder says it even comes out better than when they were thinking. That's great.
So this room, so the bunk beds we have in here, this was the dad, the owners. He built it for their kids
Okay.
because the mom wanted to have a set of bunk beds that she could sit down and read them a book.
I
and
was just
not-
gonna say,
not hit her head,
we won't hit our head when we're sitting
right?
up on this
or
bed.
tuck them in bed.
So smart.
Another thing
You
we
would love
did
this
here,
bed, Jess.
you'll notice over on the other wall is another light switch,
Yes.
which we prepped this so that as this family grows, that is already framed in for French doors, so that this could become an office.
Oh.
And so there's a light switch on that side as well.
So
Smart.
smart.
So
Hashtag HighPointe Touch.
So basically,
So it's ready
on
to
this
do-
wall right
on that
here.
wall, right,
Okay.
right off the entry as
Yeah.
you come in the entry, so that
This
then
will
this can
eventually be
an
an
office. So,
When these guys
That's,
move
that's
downstairs.
long-term thinking.
That
Yeah.
is
and that's one of
awesome.
those things that, you know, if you just plan it in, I mean,
Yeah.
really, you
Yeah,
tell the
it's
framers
easy.
to do it when
Yeah.
they're framing, and it doesn't.
It's just a
change
lot
anything.
of that is design.
A lot of
instead
design
of
and
building.
forethought.
That's design.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
And 10,
Very
15
thorough.
years comes by quick when we wired things for speakers.
Then this little hall linen closet. So once again, this was part of that design. We didn't really have the room originally on plans because you don't know for sure headroom and everything like that. But so the wall just ended right here. But when we actually configured everything with the stairs and everything, there was enough room that we could just bring another wall here and create a small little,
Yeah.
just a small little 12-inch deep linen closet.
Just more storage.
Smart.
Awesome.
Just additional storage. Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm just noticing is just those little things make for a really functional house when you
Yeah.
live in that you're just like convenience,
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
just
Trying
a
to
thought.
take advantage of the space so you're not
Yeah.
wasting space. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing that I look at is these people are paying for 2,000 square feet of
Yeah.
space, and it doesn't matter if it's
Utilize it.
hallway or if it's other space, they still have to pay the same cost per square
Yeah.
foot.
Mm-hmm.
So we might as well try to take advantage of
It's awesome.
as much of that space as we can.
It's awesome. All
Then
right.
we come in here to the master
There
bedroom.
we go.
We did some cool little fun things on the ceiling and just
Jess
accent
has been
walls.
talking about this.
I
one.
love this.
Oh, I should pull that down so that's not so ugly, but
I love it. It's a shower cap
that's right. It's the dust cap for the
for the smoke detectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Nicole and I first walked in there, we're like, we love this, but how is it different? And because
So-
it's just a little different.
So I've done plenty of coffered ceilings where they're parallel with the room,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah,
when we decided to do this, I actually designed it in CAD, both ways, so we could look at it and make sure it would work. And after looking at it, I made the decision, let's turn it on a 45-degree angle, and make a diamond in the middle instead of a rectangle. And then the shiplap that we put on the ceiling, instead of making it all one directional, we followed it, so you can see each one of those
Yes.
kind of at an angle,
Yep.
turns around, and so it
That is very.
kind of just
That's art, man.
circles.
Yeah.
It is, circles.
It's a
around.
very lighthouse feel, like you're
Yeah.
in a lighthouse or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I love it.
So anyway,
Yeah, it's awesome.
we did that just for a little accent, and then the accent wall there. Then we tied that accent wall with the picture frames into some of the just a little accent wall into the master bathroom here.
This one.
And yeah, I really like this master bath.
Love it.
Wow. Ooh, my
You
feet.
feel the- you
I
feel
feel
the-
that.
Yeah.
Those that have shoes
Perfect.
on don't enjoy it as much as I do
Yeah.
right now.
I
So
love
we did
that.
heated tile floors
Oh,
in the master bath because that's once again one of those things that you don't need in the summertime because you want it cool,
No.
but in the winter it's
yeah.
nice to walk into your bathroom and get ready for the day.
Sometimes people make the showers a little too small.
Right.
And this one,
About the
Yep.
right
no
size.
one's ever going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because usually it's almost this. You get this door, and then it's kind of right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
But
the width of
this-
the door
yeah.
only.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome to have a nice large, a roomy shower, and then this is a
I love
roomy
the tub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at. Did you
How-
see the jets?
No, I didn't see the jets, but I love even just the towel rod right here.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Cool.
Just so sleek.
So that's
clean.
that's
So
actually just an air bathtub. So it doesn't actually circulate the water. It just
Yeah.
it blows air in. So you have kind of the
Well,
air
that's
bath.
good because some
Yeah.
of those jet circulators, if you don't use
Yeah.
them and you turn
Yeah.
them on, then all the
And that's the
gunk
reason
comes
behind
out.
it.
Yeah.
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 And
just
this
one
has
more.
a 15 minute. So after after you shut off the jets and drain the tub, 15 minutes later it kicks on automatically. It has a timer. It kicks on for like 30 seconds just
air
to
it out.
purge the
Kind of like blowing out your sprinkler systems.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that.
We get the visual.
Yeah.
Look at it.
And then
Yeah.
this is also in the design, the separate water closet,
So great.
so that it's
Best
in its
thing
own
ever.
private space.
I love it. And I love, again, I think it's my thing, is the brown. I love the brown on the wallpaper, the gold, the brown. I love it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
designer picked the wallpaper, and I was I was like,
Beautiful.
I painted it and wasn't planning on putting it until it finally showed up, and she asked when I was putting it up, and
It looks
glad-
so
yeah,
great
I'm
with
glad
this
we did.
floor. Yeah.
and then The master closet, once again, taking advantage of pocket doors so that you don't have doors swinging everywhere.
Yeah, smart.
And this door we actually offset deeper on this side because we're going to put a full-length mirror here. But I didn't want to put it on during the parade because I was afraid it'd get broken.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Smart.
So that's going to have that. And then
Is this thing new? Or
No,
have I just
no,
not
those-
seen it in a long time?
you probably haven't seen it in a long time. So
So
that's
people
just,
are not going to know how this works, so we're going
so
to
you
do a
just
little
pull,
demonstration.
just pull it
here.
down so that you can have 3 tiers of hanging
So smart.
and take advantage of the high ceilings.
When you rotate your wardrobe
Exactly.
All the time.
all the
It's
time.
not a pull-up bar for the boys,
No.
for the kids.
And this is another thing I like to do if budget will allow to, do adjustable shelves and just
Yeah.
the storage
It's so
closet
amazingly
in the master
lots of utilization.
because it just gives them a lot more space.
Because a lot of times you have a tall closet, but all you put up there is shelves because you
Right,
can't
you have
put
your
clothes
shelves
up
to a
there.
certain side, and then you have those boxes
Yeah.
that's sitting there for years that
Love the 3-tier.
your wife says, "What's in that box?" I don't know. I put it up there
I
3
was
years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
you
awesome.
are maximizing space. You got 1, 2,
Absolutely.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sets of rods.
Wow.
Yeah, and then in the back of this drawer in the
He
wall,
has an
I
outlet.
have an outlet
Yes. I love it.
so that your electronics can go in there, and they don't have to stay by your bed.
Yep.
And they can go in here and charge overnight.
Chad, did you want to say it?
Oh, I was just thinking, am I beating a dead horse here? But HighPointe
High
Touch
Point
right
Touch.
there.
I also want to mention, I don't know when I've seen one of these on a glass.
I was gonna say the same about the towel
Yeah.
rod over here.
We were trying to find the best place to put them here, and I talked to my glass guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can do that."
Oh,
Cool.
I love
So we
it.
did it. So we got the towel bar
Yeah,
So
right there, and
convenient.
then,
Yeah.
So
and then the robe hook right here.
because that's where you want
Where
it.
you want it when you get out of the shower.
it's amazing. High Point Touch.
HighPointe Touch.
Okay. Any other questions up here? How did you like the heated floors?
Loved him.
Awesome.
I know, aren't those so
It is
nice?
summertime and it still felt really
Yeah.
nice on my feet.
Well, when you have that hard surface, or if you ever do a tile, it always feels cold.
Yes.
And when your feet are cold, then you feel cold,
Yeah.
and that's the worst. Because then you want to turn the heat up, and there you go.
You get rid of
All right. So
All
I
right.
think we should go down because I want to see their faces when they come downstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna go this way.
What? Oh,
Wow.
how fun! Wow. Where do you even look? There's so much going on. This is so amazing. It's like a child's dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of separated these into 2 spaces. So
Wow.
the owner, she is a bilingual elementary school teacher. And now that she has small children, she decided, and we just planned this in the design phase, that she wanted to have a space that she could teach bilingual preschool until her kids get old enough to go back to school, and then she'll go back to, maybe go back to teaching, in the public schools. So that's why we
That
put the
exit,
separate,
yes,
the
I
separate
love that.
entrance, so that the school kids don't have to,
Sit down.
Yeah,
Don't
go
have
through
a
the
house.
house.
don't have to come through the house. They can just come right down the stairs.
And I didn't even notice it. You don't see this unless you go. It's not like you see
I
that there's
saw
an
the cute
exterior.
sidewalk and I
Yeah,
thought,
I saw
wow,
the
where's the
sidewalk too,
sidewalk
yeah.
leading us to?
Well, and that's another thing. If you notice, that's a narrower sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 3 foot wide, and the reason we did that is so it can act as a secondary sidewalk,
Yes.
but also it acts as your planter curb.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
beautifully done. It really,
So-
it caught my eye. It was beautiful.
Oh, got a squeak there I need to take care of.
That's awesome. I think everyone
This
wishes
is
they had
so
an
fun.
exterior to a basement.
Yeah.
There's just.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I love this.
So they also
Digital.
wanted to have an alternative heat source for their home, and so this is a wood pellet stove.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this model is it only takes like a 4-inch flue pipe, and so it straps
Okay.
it up and goes out and pops out the side of the house there.
So is that I've never seen a digital one.
Yeah, so it's digital. And it's got anyway, and so that's the hopper where you fill the hopper, and it's got the light, so you can see, how much is still in there, and then you can adjust. You can turn it on, off, and adjust it, and
Is it Wi-Fi? Can you work on an app?
you know what? It might be Wi-Fi.
I bet it is.
Probably.
It probably is.
I'm sure
I
it
haven't
is.
looked.
Smart.
But
Awesome.
so the basement also has, like I said before, 9-foot ceilings.
Yeah. You don't feel like you're in a basement.
No, I was just going to comment the
What?
exact same thing.
Yeah,
It's so
even-
homey and cozy, and I don't even feel like I'm in a basement right now.
And we're in the evening, and you don't get, but in the daytime, all the natural light that comes in, you really don't feel. And another thing, though, once again, this comes back to design. We hid all of the ductwork
Yeah.
And so you don't see fur downs and everything like that as you come down
Mm-hmm.
here into the main part of the
Good planning.
home.
I also love the beams.
Yeah,
the metal
totally.
I was just saying that is
very
brilliant.
fun.
So smart. I'm almost, what's the weight limit on that swing over there? It just looks so inviting.
No,
And are
I
those
swung on
metal?
it.
I was trying to think.
Yeah, so those are real I-beams.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have. They want to have this all open, and that's a 27-foot span,
Yeah.
and you can't get regular
So
floor
it's
joists.
functional. It's not just for fun.
Correct. Yes.
Because
So
with the
just-
brick, it's very kind of industrial
Yeah.
and Soho.
And so
I love that look.
Yeah.
we decided to go with a steel beam because it's only 9 inches deep. If I would have done a wood beam, it would have had to been 24 inches deep, and so it would have really closed that space in even more. You wouldn't have felt.
Smart.
Yeah.
And then you tied it in over here.
So we
Yes.
tied it in with another beam that we had to have there.
So
Just tied
fun.
them in.
That's
Okay,
cool.
did it feel like very Soho lofty down
Yeah,
here?
totally.
Of course.
I love it.
Yeah.
But again, so homey and cozy.
And
Not
the
like a
brick,
basement.
the brick was something that the interior designer just said, "Hey, I think this would be really cool. This is the family room space, as you can kind of see," and thought that tying that in with the beam and stuff like that would just be kind of a cool feature.
So
for.
cool.
It is.
Really cool.
I love it.
And
cool.
then
Loved, and the color of the wood
Hey, are we
down here is
skipping this
beautiful.
room here?
Oh,
we can come back to that.
come
one.
back to that one?
we can
Okay.
come back to that. So then, everybody
catch,
wants to
yeah.
have the playhouse under the
Yep.
stairs,
yeah.
the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so
When we came in here, the kids, they were crying
Oh, yeah.
when they were being taken
Had
out
to
of
leave.
there.
We don't
And
want to go.
yeah.
So we just used the same stone that we did on the fireplace mantle, and then dressed up the board and bat, and did a similar light that we have on the exterior, just to
So
kind of
cute.
just to get a.
So fun. Yeah.
And back in the back portion there, we decided not to put these in for the parade either, but we're gonna have 2 little miniature bunk beds.
Oh, really?
So that's like,
No.
yeah. So
Oh.
for little kids, and that can be their little space that they
Oh,
can say,
cute.
"Oh, sleep in their own little house."
You better be advertising this as a second kitchen.
That's right.
There you go.
Taking that up.
Then
yeah.
the swings.
Yes.
So since we had the beam here,
Oh, you
I
are
just-
going to sit on it.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
Lisa,
hoping.
go ahead. Lisa.
no, you can sit
I
on
would
it.
love to.
She loves
She
the
was
swing.
hoping.
This is like a childhood memory. We had one in a tree growing up.
So
We're not Max and the Wheat then.
not at all, not at all. But
Wow.
anyway, so I told her that, hey, why don't we do that? And she thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
And so we just put the eye bolts in, drilled the holes in the beam, and anyway,
It's awesome.
That's
so
awesome.
she can just take them on and off. The plan eventually is to put over on that side. They have those egg chairs that that are
Oh, yes.
hanging.
Yes.
Yes.
So
yeah.
do the same thing. It'll hang from there as well.
So fun. Well, I imagine when I saw this and I saw the TV, I thought every kid would wish they had those chairs that the new thing that they hang in their rooms and they can play video games in front of the
totally.
TV and
Yeah.
yeah, right? Yeah.
So and then the end of the brick just kind of naturally separates the space here for this. This is the preschool area, and this is an actual working like smart board.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh,
interactive
wow.
touch
Cool.
screen. So she's planning on doing.
She's not kidding around.
But even when
Yeah.
preschool is done, I mean, can you imagine a ping pong table?
Oh yeah,
a pool
no,
table? I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
This
It's
is
open
such a
and-
well thought out space. I
Yeah.
just love it. It's so fun.
and it's got a little kitchenette there.
Yes.
With the,
So 3 kitchens, Chad.
drinking,
And
three
drinking
kitchens,
fountain, which
drinking
I
fountain.
think is
Yeah.
so smart. Yeah.
so there's the drinking fountain. Yeah. And
Kitchen
then-
number 3, half
Kitchen
kitchen.
number 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kitchen,
Kitchen
number
and a
3.
half.
Yeah, this one's a half.
That's right.
So 2.5.
It's awesome. Let's go down this way because I
Okay.
think this is awesome.
Okay.
Well, I think everything's awesome.
Start with the.
Have I said it 15 times?
You
Because that's
said-
usually what I do.
Start with the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, I was talking about building a space that grows with the family. So this is a dual vanity and separate water closet and tub shower area, so you can have multiple people. Somebody showering and then a couple of kids getting ready, and
Yep.
they're not fighting over
Separate
the
it
same
out.
sink,
Yeah.
and so.
Awesome.
Beautiful work on the drawers again.
Yeah.
Carried it down from the kitchen.
I love it. And I love that it's not a double vanity.
Yes.
That it's literally
there's
2
plenty of
sections.
space.
If
Plenty of
anyone's
space to
ever shared a bathroom, it's more than one girl.
This is
This-
my spot.
This is
Don't
important.
get
Yeah.
in my
This is
spot.
There's a lot
important.
of space.
There's a
in
lot of
that room and
space.
even
Yeah.
in the width.
Super awesome.
So as you'll see, this is 8-foot ceilings here, but it doesn't feel like you're,
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where I hid all the ductwork
Yeah.
and everything. So all the ductwork is hidden, in the ceiling of the bathroom, in the hallway.
You didn't even notice because
No.
it's
Yeah.
Because it's,
so
yeah.
smart.
And
So
then you
smart.
can see the one little fur down just right there
Amazing.
into this bedroom.
And great size rooms and great size windows in the basement.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
By
the
going
big
with the
windows.
5-foot tall windows, it allows so
Oh.
much more light in.
Yeah, amazing.
So those are a lot of times in basements you'll just have 4.0,
Yep,
and this is a
I do
4
love
foot
the
by 5
big
foot.
window. Awesome.
Then,
Okay, show them the cold storage. Show them the cold storage.
okay, so here's the cold storage underneath the front porch.
Wow.
And I had a lot of people ask, well, why did you insulate it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the idea behind a cold storage is so that the temperature stays the same all the time. So if you're using it for a cellar purpose or whatever, so I insulated the ceiling, and then also I insulated the wall down to this level, where the outside dirt, the finished grade of the house is up at this level. So at this point down is where you're going to get the natural temperature transfer from the outside ground temperature. Instead of, if this wasn't insulated, in the summertime, it's a west facing, it's concrete. When it's 90 degrees outside, that heats up that slab.
Right.
That just transfers right in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Okay. In the wintertime, when it's 20 below, that's 20 below concrete, it transfers right in here.
Yeah,
So then you
keep
start
it
getting sweating and condensation and stuff like that. So the science behind that is if we insulate it, make that thermal barrier, then you don't have those issues.
You get the true.
So
Cold
that's
storage.
why we did it. So you
Awesome.
don't have the fluctuation in
Yeah.
the temperatures like that.
Very
So
smart.
smart. Does it add a significant amount of cost to do this below
No.
this one?
A few phone calls and a little bit of extra planning.
Awesome.
I think that's the theme of your home. Just a little bit of planning, thinking outside the box.
Well, a lot
Well,
of
and thinking
here's the
ahead.
thing.
Ahead, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too, long term.
Here's the thing, and I'll be the first to admit I'm not the fastest builder out there, but that's not why I build homes either.
Yeah.
I've always got the impression of, I heard a story when I was a kid that about the master builder. He went away and he told his apprentice to build this home and and he said put all the finest stuff in, and when I come back I want to see it. Well, the apprentice decided I'm just going to slap whatever in it, and he still made it look nice, but the guts and everything you couldn't see weren't real. I'm paraphrasing here, it's not the true story, but so when the master builder came home, he's was very impressed, and it looks really good, and he's like, for all your hard work, I'll tell you what, here's the keys to the house and it's yours. And the apprentice was now, he knew it wasn't built
Yeah.
the way he would have wanted it built. So anyway, that's just kind of in the back of my head. I always, whenever I build a home, doesn't matter what the budget is, I try to maximize everything we can.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So
Awesome.
As it should be, right?
I had
Yep.
a lot of people
Well,
ask
as
me.
you would hope a custom
Yeah.
builder would do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of people ask me, well, mine doesn't have this. My builder didn't put this. Why did you? And so anyway, I explained the reason why. And that's why a lot of times you'll just see they'll actually use an insulated door, because if you have an insulated door, then you don't have to worry about this getting hot and cold because it's insulated. This is just, this is an interior thermal door, but it's not like your exterior insulated door,
Yeah.
because we don't need to worry about that.
Don't need it.
Amazing.
So.
Awesome.
And then another thing, down here, I got to show you the mechanical room. So on the plans, this originally said mechanical/storage room. And the owner came to me and he said, after we poured the foundation, and he said, I really want to have a space where I can have my workout equipment that's not in the garage. So we did some planning, and I said, okay, if we talk with all of the major mechanical contractors, your heating and plumbing and electrical, if we organize everything in here,
Do you mean think it out and plan it out?
just a little ahead of time, yeah. Because I'm sure you've been in mechanical rooms where
It's there.
and
there.
they'll use the whole space,
Yeah.
and so a little forethought and planning. So we lined everything up. Water heater. I basically told the heating guy, you have this space, and told the plumber, you have this space. The well guy, you have this space. So we have dual water heaters. We have the pump. We have the sump pump. We have the water softener and the furnace, just all along that space. And then that gave him this space for his little home gym.
Love it.
That's awesome.
And once again,
And
thinking of the teenagers, stackable washer and dryer, so that when the
Again.
kids get old enough
Of
to do
course.
their own laundry,
yeah,
maybe
I love
they'll
how
do
he
it if
says
it's-
that.
They might-
Do their own
Yeah.
laundry.
Yeah.
wishful
But,
thinking.
yeah.
What age is that? When they do their
let's
own
see.
laundry.
I have a 15 and a 17, and they're doing theirs. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
but
15
they have to come up.
17.
They have to come up from the basement to do theirs. At our
Yes.
house.
Okay.
That's so smart. Because does this take a lot to put in? Is it a lot of extra? But you don't. That's just thinking.
I mean, it is extra plumbing. I mean, you have to plan. It has to be
But
planned
not-
in the very
it's
beginning
not
stage.
a-
Because but it's
But
not.
to put it in later would
yeah,
be-
you have to tear up concrete. You have to tear up all that kind of stuff.
So smart.
And then
So smart.
another bedroom / office. This is going to be her office for her school.
Okay.
And
Love
so
it.
just a little office, and
Yeah.
she's going to have stuff in here.
Another
Good sized
great closet.
bed or
Yeah.
great bedroom.
Nice walk-in
Yeah.
closet.
But that's why it doesn't have hanging rods in here right now
Mhm.
because
Yeah. She's not
she's
using
gonna
it.
use
Well,
it
and
for
2
different-
bedrooms can be bedrooms or offices.
Yeah.
So upstairs you have the one and this one.
so
That's awesome,
That's cool.
Brad. This is awesome.
It's great.
yeah.
It
Thanks
is
for
And
coming,
amazing.
guys.
you designed it.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, the owners came to me with, "Hey, this
Kinda
is
their
this is my
ideas.
must-haves." So my background is, I originally wanted to be an architect.
Uh-huh.
So I got a 2-year degree in architecture and design from Rick's College back in the day when it was Rick's College.
Yep, that was my day.
that was our day. Yeah.
And then after I left Rick's College, I went to BYU in Provo and went into their construction management program
Okay.
because they didn't have an architecture program. And my original plan was to go on and get a master's degree in architecture somewhere.
Okay.
But after being down there in the construction management program and seeing, what opportunities there were in that and kind of skill sets, it really went right along with what I like to do. I love to be able to see the project from the beginning all the way through and see it to
Yeah.
the end.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to stick with just construction management.
Yeah.
And then I went to work for a large national builder in Texas for a few years. Kind of cut my teeth on some of their processes and things. And then I moved back to the Intermountain West, worked for another builder for a little while, and then had the opportunity to go work with a friend that I knew from college up in Sun Valley, Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about 15 years ago. And back then, we were just young enough and naive enough to think, man, this is easy.
Yeah. You can do anything.
Our bosses were out of Salt Lake, and they would come up once a month, and they'd say, hey, this is awesome. Why don't you keep up the good work, and we'll see you next month. And so we thought, why are we letting them make all the money?
Yeah.
Or what we thought, at
Yeah.
least. And so we decided, let's start our own. And like I said, we just were naive enough to think it was that easy. And so in 2004, we actually left and started our own company.
And it was for probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started in 2004, and it was good until about 2006 and a half, when
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
started to...
Yeah.
We were
Crumble.
all
Oh,
in
yeah,
at the
we-
same time.
Oh yeah, no, we sing the same
Yeah.
song. We
We're
thought
like,
we were
remember?
pretty.
Remember
Brad?
when it was so good?
Yeah,
And it
and
was so
that's when we started the
easy.
villas, was I think in 2006 or 7, and
Yeah.
then everything it took longer to get that going, and
Oh, yeah.
anyway,
Well,
And
we
then-
respect the market now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
We
and
respect the
then 6 years ago I had the opportunity to go back and get a master's degree in technology and construction management, and so
market. Nice.
anyway, so that's kind of my background,
Yeah, cool.
and it's
Awesome.
so. Yeah.
Well, it shows. This is
Thanks.
It
impressive.
really does.
It's
Yeah,
impressive.
it's a fun home.
Yeah.
And like we said before, very practical.
Yeah.
Yes.
And practical just makes sense for people. And I mean, I love the brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brick
I
is
mean,
cool,
just-
and that was one of those things that the designer said, "Hey, I really want to do it. It's an additional cost." So I went to the owners and said, "Hey, she thinks this is cool, but let me just tell you, it's going to
Yeah.
add. I mean, it added like $5,000 or $6,000 just
Yeah.
because of labor and material." But
And it also added coolness factor.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he's like, you know what? That's probably a wow that I can handle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it'll it's kind of timeless too. It's
Yeah.
a color
Yeah.
that a brick that, and the kids are not going to break the walls.
No.
Yeah.
There.
No.
Have you seen that before here? I don't think I've seen
I
that.
have not ever.
But
I've
I guarantee
seen
you,
people
we're
are
gonna
starting to see
start
a little
seeing
more
it now.
brick, but I've
People
never
are
seen
gonna copy
this.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
And you're, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
good.
the whole theme. I just love it. I love all of this.
It just
with
flows so nicely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the
Yeah.
other comments we've heard. Everything
Yeah.
just flows, and
Yeah.
and
Functional and amazing.
Very functional.
and awesome.
Just
yeah.
a
I mean, can you see
family
like my
home.
kids? I was just telling my son the other day. I was like, he was having a party with friends, and we have a decent sized basement. But I was like, don't you wish you could come over to that parade home and hang out
We
in that
all do.
basement?
Yeah, we all would
Have
want.
your-
Where
have
are
your-
you coming back?
Have your high school party in this basement.
So cool.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
can't hurt a thing. It's just
Yeah.
so easy.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Brad,
welcoming. We
thank
didn't
you.
finish.
Yeah.
Hold up. Was there another room?
Oh,
Did we
there's one
get
more
it?
bedroom.
There is, yeah. So there's another
We got to
bedroom.
document
job.
both
Oh, thank you
rooms.
thank you,
Okay.
Lisa.
I don't want to miss a
I
corner.
appreciate
So, yeah, so we
Lisa's
have-
honest.
So this is the last bedroom. So this gives us the 3 bedrooms down.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people are asking, well, what's that access for? So that's just our access panel,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
so that we can access the flue and everything.
Yeah.
That's how you get to the back of the.
And it gets you a
great.
walk-in closet.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to say,
right.
a
There you
nice
go.
walk-in closet in this bedroom.
That's nice.
And functional. It's not taking
And
up
there's
space or wasting
actually-
space.
Yeah.
A
No
light
wasted
there,
space.
so yeah.
So
That's cool.
smart.
Hey, you're not going to leave this
That's
house
right.
without getting every house.
She did it right.
every room.
I mean, this is the background I wish I had all day to day during
Yeah.
our meetings.
Oh,
over the
yes.
internet.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this would be awesome to build an office space like this.
Yes.
this.
So that's
Very cool.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
just thinking.
And this is actually thin brick,
Uh-huh.
so it doesn't take up more space. I mean, it's real brick
Yeah.
that they have
Yeah.
to cut the face off of it. and
Yeah.
So it only takes
Awesome.
up,
Yeah.
an
Feels
inch
fun.
instead of 4 inches.
I
Awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Brad, thank you
Yeah.
for this
Yes,
tour.
thank you.
Amazing. So fun to learn how cool this house not just looks, but is.
Thank
yeah.
you.
And
Really
thanks
awesome.
for being back in Idaho.
That's right. How does someone get a hold of you if they're interested in building?
So the easiest way to get a hold of me is through my email,
Mm-hmm.
which is brad@thpcompanies.com. That's thpcompanies.com.
So
There might be a
the
link.
HighPointe Companies.
Yeah.
To-
Yeah.
Down below.
A link below.
Oh,
Yeah.
just what it says right here.
Right,
Yeah.
right here.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Or on my cell
Okay.
via text or
Oh, that's
phone.
what this number is.
Yeah, 208
Okay.
351 3840.
There
Okay.
it is.
So
We didn't even need to ask. It's right here.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
look forward to
Beautiful.
seeing many more homes
Yes.
from the
Thank
HighPointe
you.
Companies.
all right.
Awesome. All right. This has been Jessica Cardon,
Chad Murdock.
And Lesa Murdock.
your nosy neighbors, and the Murdock Manwaring Company, keeping you
In the
in
know.
the know.
What are the first steps in being able to sell your home? What do you need to do to prepare? How does it look right? What repairs do you need to do or not do? Call us. We'll walk through and we'll explain to you the things that will help you get the most amount of money for your home.
You may feel like prices are high, but there has never been a better time to sell your home and buy a home. Call us and we'll explain why.